None other than Mr. Tasty Shots himself. It's Fabian Edwards, man. Listen, Fabian, I mean, big win, right? A big win's always a big win. But when it's over an MMA legend like Lyoto Machida, I mean, how good does a victory like that feel for you?
Feels good. It feels good, especially to go in there and get it done. The way I got it done. It feels good. It's a good way to come back, It's a good way to come back.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on it, right? I mean, two decision losses, but I mean, we're talking about
Yeah.
the best in the best. I mean, the best in the division, right? But I know it's difficult to deal with those results, and I think people were starting to kind of offer their criticism a little bit, right? So talk to me. How did you feel? I mean, as you were dealing with those results, I mean, were you doubting yourself at all, or worried something was wrong, or how did you deal with it?
No, never ever doubt myself. Never, you know what I mean? Because once you start doubting yourself, you finish. That's the way I look at it. So I don't know if it just left a bitter taste in my mouth because the Van Steeners fight, I feel like I won, and the Vanderford fight, it was a close fight. You never done no damage, but yeah, I had a lot of built up frustration. You know what I mean? So I was happy to show that frustration in a nice, calm manner.
Are you the kind of guy that's able to tune out the noise and not pay attention to it, or do you see the comments and the critiques and all that stuff? Does it add fire to you?
Nah, I don't have no fire. You know what I mean? I get people messaging me saying, "Oh, you need to go in there and do this," and like just random people giving me advice. You know what I mean? They've never done anything in their life, and they're saying, "Oh, you need to go in there and do this and that." But I see that stuff, and I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like whatever. I just block that out and just focus on what needs to be done, and yeah, that's it.
It's so funny, right? I see stuff like, have you ever in your life been motivated to reach out to a random stranger and offer them some advice on something that you don't do? Like, hey,
It's mad.
here's how you. It's crazy.
It's mad. It's crazy. Like I think fighting is one of the only thing like people feel like they can just reach out and say, "Mate, do this. Your technique is terrible." You're like, you've never thrown a punch in your life. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? You have to laugh it off.
That is too funny. It's so true as well. All right, so let me ask you a question because I don't think your talent has ever been questioned, but if there was any criticism, even during the wins, it was like, hey, maybe got to pull the trigger a little bit more, maybe got to be a little
Yeah.
bit more aggressive. You certainly did that this time around. I mean, did you think that was fair at all? Of people saying, maybe he's a little hesitant.
I felt that way. You know what I mean? I felt like I went into the mode of just being too technical and just trying to just, you know what I mean? It's a very fine line of like being too technical but still keeping that raw aggression as well. You know what I mean? So I feel like I found it in this fight. I took on board what people say. Like obviously people that mattered. You know what I mean? Because people that mattered were saying the same thing to me as well. And yeah, I feel like I found it in this fight.
It's such a difficult balance, right? Because you work all the time to be technical and to be a great martial artist and all. But at the end of the day, it's still a cage fight, right? It's two dudes in there trying to beat the hell out of each other. It's such a weird balance to try to find.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a weird balance. Definitely a weird balance. Like I was saying, all fight week, that was the first fight week I've had in ages where I'm shaking hands and it's all respect. You know what I mean? It's all respectful and everyone's happy with each other. But when I was in the cage and I was looking at him, I was like, this man, if he gets the opportunity to shut my lights out, he's going to shut my lights out. You know what I mean? So that's what we're in there for. And that's what people pay to see. People pay to see that stuff. So I'm happy I'm the one that wasn't on that it wasn't on the wrong end of it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Was that weird at all, that moment of being in there with Lyoto Machida or fight week at all? I mean, this is a guy, former champ, future Hall of Famer, all the accomplishments.
Yeah.
I mean, was that tough to deal with at all? Did it provide any mental challenges along the way?
Nah, like this fight week, I said to my team, like, I just felt calm. Like that was the calmest I felt in probably the biggest fight of my career, right? And I just felt calm. I just felt I knew I'd done the work. Like I really knew I'd done the work, and like the mind frame that I had was by any means necessary. Like he's not beating me. Like that's just the mind frame. I was like, by any means necessary. Even if I come out there looking like fucking Sloth from the Goonies, you know what I mean? Like, that guy. Even if I come out from the fight looking like that guy, I was gonna come out with my hand raised, and that was the mind frame. So with that mind frame, I was like, I'm not losing. So I just felt calm throughout the whole fight week. even when I was in there, I was looking around, looking at him like, oh, this is all right, you know?
Nice. Well, talk to me about the focus since. I mean, are you the kind of guy that needs to unwind for a little while? Or are you the kind of guy that's like, nah, I'm back in the gym on Monday? Like, what's been going on since the fight?
Man, I'm a bit of both, you know what I mean? I'll be unwinding and I'll be partying at the same time, you know what I mean? But I'm back sparring this morning. Obviously, some of the guys are fighting, so you can't be selfish. You have to go in there and give some work to the guys as well. And also, there's still things that I need to improve on. You know what I mean? Like forget that fight. There's still like things that I want to improve on for myself. You know what I mean? For my own journey. So yeah, I'm back in the gym. I'm back. Like you can't stay on your high horse for too long because soon it's like who next? You know what I mean? Like someone else is just looking at you like as food. You know what I mean? So you have to be back in the gym working.
It's the crazy thing as well about the sport, right? You get the biggest win of your career, and then there's just another killer lined up waiting to face you next.
It never ends. It never ends, mate. I swear. Like it doesn't matter how. Like however long you're in this sport, it's just gonna be like who next. Like good win, but who next? You're like fucking. I'll give me a chance to enjoy this shit first. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's the worst. I feel bad as reporters. Like we're doing our job, but I feel so bad. Like somebody's been working their whole life to get the belt. They sit up there at the press conference. They got the belt right there. They're so happy, and we're like, "What's next?"
And what's next? Like, fuck's sake. You know what I mean?
Let me enjoy this one a little bit. It's crazy. Hey, while we're talking about belts, let's get the update on your brother. I mean, I talked to Kamaru earlier, I guess last week, and he said he doesn't know exactly when he's going to be healthy again. How's your brother doing, man? Is he okay? I feel so bad for this man and his journey and what he's had to deal with. How's he hanging in there right now?
He's working. You know what I mean? He was inspiring this morning as well. So he's just focused on his journey. You know, I feel like obviously Usman's he's an active champion. So I would never say strip him because that'd just be like me talking shit. You know what I mean? But I feel like there needs to be an interim personally because like you can't keep the number one guy deserving of the title waiting for so long. Like in my opinion, you know what I mean? So I feel like, of course, not strip him, not, but they should put like a little interim in there, you know.
I'll be honest. I brought up the same thing when I talked to Kamaru last week. I was like, would you be offended? And it's like I almost feel bad because, as you said, he's an active champion, but it's just I almost feel bad for Leon, this journey that he's been on, man. Yeah. It's like this dude needs a title shot.
Yeah, and then you got Usman saying, "Oh, you know, he needs to go to Kobe," and I'm like, mate, like, what are you talking about? Like, 1 minute he's saying he needs to fight, and the next minute he's saying he needs to fight Kobe. Like, mate, let's come get that ass whooping. You know what I mean? Like, let's come get that ass whooping, man. Like, forget all of that going through people stuff. Come get it, you know.
I love it. Are there any lessons you can take from Leon's journey? I mean, I feel like a lot of it's just been kind of bad luck and circumstances and timing. Like it's kind of been out of his control. But has there been anything that you can take out of his journey and apply it to your own career?
Patient. You know what I mean? Like just being patient, man. Like that's what he says to me. Don't rush your thing. Don't be forced into anything. Just be patient. Just keep working and your time will come because regardless, you got the skills. You know what I mean? You got the work ethic. So just be patient. So that's what I've took from his journey.
Love it, man. What's next on the Get Back tour? I mean, Mr. Tasty Shots trying to keep it in Europe. You wanting to come over to the States? Are there opponents? What's the next move?
The next move, I don't care. That's the next move. Honestly, like being honest, like the next move is let's see who to come with. I would love for that rematch against Vanderford. You know what I mean? I would love for that to be a 5-rounder. Wherever they want to bring it, whether it's over there or over here, like wherever. So I wouldn't mind that, but we're gonna have a chat with Bellator, see what they think the next move is for me, and yeah, like I'm trying to stay busy. I'm a busy fighter. Like I need 3-4 fights a year. Like one or 2 fights is just not enough for me, you know. So I need another 2 fights.
I love it, man. Well, it was an impressive victory to say the least. I think the biggest of your career, and we'll look to see it again before the end of the year. You got a date circled on the calendar. Do you like that Dublin card, or are you hoping maybe there's some more European shows? What's the date on the calendar that makes sense for you?
For me, I say August and like December or November. That'll be good for me. You know what I mean? August and November, December. Those are the dates I'm looking for. So let's try to see what they come back with.
I love it. All right. We'll let you get back to it. Back in the gym sparring. Mr. Tasty Shots back in the win column. Fabian, appreciate the time as always, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.